This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Recently, I have wide feet.
Oh.
Turns out.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Raina. It turns out actually that I have been living a lie. I thought I had feet that were regular. I thought I had average feet. Bought a pair of Nikes recently, put them on, woke up, and it turns out the side of my foot is a little wider than it should be.
Wait, sorry, really quick.
Yeah, go
you
for it.
put those shoes on, you went straight to sleep?
Now I sleep in shoes. A lot of people don't love this. No, I put the shoes on, wore them all day, thought these are extremely fashionable. They're not the shoes. Don't look down and say those aren't that fashionable. I can see you. I can hear your thoughts.
I mean,
these
look
are
at mine.
These are normal. Those are cool. Birks. And I actually have the same pair in black.
Okay.
But I was wearing sort of a thin pair of Nikes, realized it's time to level up to wide feet. I got to be honest with who I am.
And you know what? As the years go on and you take more and more steps, you're going to flatten those puppies out.
I'm going to flatten. Are you talking about my feet are going to slowly kind of, they're going to pool, as it were. And so I went on Zappos. Sorry, you're not aware about Zappos? I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP on Zappos.
So I was listening to Napster and...
Okay, sorry. Oh, the kids are taking it over. Zappos is cringe to like now. Oh, Zappos is cringe.
I haven't thought about Zappos since Amazon just sold books.
I don't know why. Last night, I had to get shoes. I didn't even try anywhere else. I went direct to the source. I went to the fucking shoe mines.
How was it?
It was a fantastic experience. And can I just say, I got upgraded. This is not a brand deal for Zappos. But I did.
We'll bleep it out.
We'll bleep it. I'm bleeping Zappos. Okay, so I got upgraded on Zappos when I was like 15. They sent me the wrong size.
Okay.
The customer service was so good. They said, I'd like to upgrade your account to VIP status.
Stop.
And I said, that sounds fine. Still upgraded. 2-day shipping gratis.
Pretty standard. Pretty standard stuff.
Hey. Pretty standard.
You're
pretty
like,
standard.
They put it in a box.
They mail it to me.
Not a bag.
Zappos used to be revolutionary, and now it's sort of like, yeah, I guess 2-day shipping here is pretty normal.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, I have wide feet, and I got to deal with that. So I did order some wide shoes. They haven't arrived yet, but I'm going to Tokyo soon on a trip. I've never been. Very excited.
I've never been either.
Going next Tuesday, and I'm going to be doing a lot of walking. So I was like, I got to get the wide shoes so that my feet don't pool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've already pooled. Now it's sort of we got to deal with the pooling.
I'm sitting here with Raina Morris. Raina, you of course know from writing on Emily in Paris, Schmigadoon, etc., being very funny on Twitter. In fact, Raina, I've been following you for many years on Twitter.
Oh, well, thank you for joining me on my slow descent.
Slow descent?
Into madness.
I see.
Raina here, perfect slim feet.
Yeah, talk about your feet for the audience in case you're trying to paint a picture of who you are and what you are.
Yeah, they're normal.
Raina, what makes you perfect on the show today to answer people's calls? You know, they may be saying, I'm calling in, I've got help, I'm calling 911, it's being rerouted to the perfect person number due to a glitch. What is sort of qualifying you to be perfect on the show today to answer these calls?
Well, if you're watching, you already know. But if you're just listening, I got a haircut a couple days ago.
Very huge.
And not only did I get a haircut a couple days ago, but the woman who cut my hair set up a tripod and she filmed the process of the haircut.
Wow.
Which I find to mean that I looked perfect before and I was going to look even more perfect after. and I did bring a book to my haircut because of being perfect. It was actually a copy of Pride and Prejudice, which I'd never read.
You were reading Pride and Prejudice at the hairdresser?
I did get really worried because she was filming.
You're like, people are going to flame me in the comments.
Page 1 of
no.
And I was like, I can't be on my phone because sort of the angle, you would see what was on my phone, and basically anything on your phone is embarrassing.
Smut.
Anything.
Smut.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to read the book that I brought.
Of course.
So they watched me open it up to page 1, and then I spent the whole time worried about how slowly I was reading. Wait, I was supposed to talk about how perfect I was. I read the whole time, and everyone can see that I'm reading prestige literature.
Sure. I mean, by the way, if I saw someone reading Pride and Prejudice now, I'm like, smart. Smart
well,
alert.
it's also like you're someone who wants to read Pride and Prejudice, but you haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's you're choosing now to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'll say? The bar is so low for me to think people are smart these days that if somebody was watching Pride and Prejudice fan edits on TikTok, I'd be like, that's a smart person.
Yeah, and you're sort of like, whoa, the BBC one with Colin Firth? Genius.
No, I mean, I would love to be reading prestige literature recently, but it's sort of been a while since I've gotten back on that horse.
That's okay. You can just practice saying it.
I'm humiliated on my own show.
I'm so sorry.
Prestige literature. But by the way, how's your relationship with your hairdresser?
It's awesome.
I hate to say it, but I cheated on my hairdresser.
You know what? I have one girl for color and one girl for cut. I think that's okay.
That's really nice. But you've been seeing the same too. You have because I felt very naughty about going elsewhere for my haircut. And I'm honestly, now when I'm saying this, I'm worried. I may cut it out because I'm worried he's going to listen.
Listen, if you want to just pretend we were talking about something else, you just lead me right into it.
It's like they're at a table next to us.
Really?
Actually,
I think it looked better before.
Don't look over.
What made you cheat? What were you not satisfied with?
He raised his prices, which honestly, that's fine. Like, he deserves it. He's a great hairdresser. But he lived so goddamn far away from me.
See, I'm facing the same thing with my third girl who braids my hair.
Yeah.
She moved to Van Nuys.
Oh.
And I don't drive on the highway. Another perfect trait.
You don't drive on the highway?
I don't drive on the highway. I've lived here for 3 years. I have avoids highways on. And I've been perfectly fine.
How? I have a million questions for you. And I'm so proud of you for being vulnerable enough to share that.
I think it's a perfect trait to have.
You don't drive on the highway. And now tell me about, like, if you were to do the math on, I'm trying to get here, highways, no highways, probably adding an hour to your drive, no?
Basically only if I'm trying to get to the airport.
That's okay. Airport is the one I'm like, you kind of have to.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Obviously, I'm rarely the friend you're going to ask to drive you to the airport.
So you have that as a plus.
Also, if I'm personally going to the airport, somebody else is driving me. I'm not parking at the airport.
Oh.
So totally fine.
Yeah, easy.
I want to go to the beach. Everyone wants to go to the beach.
Yeah,
how about you drive? I pack the best picnic we've ever had.
That's pretty good.
You know, I've just made it this far.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And is it because, and I hate to sort of cut to the core of it, but is because highway too scary?
Yeah. Absolutely. Highway too scary.
Highway too scary. Highway go fast. Yeah. I don't want to go fast.
Yeah. And I want to say that when I go home to Portland, I drive on the highway. Perfectly fine. The highways are maximum 3 lanes there, and the speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
It's a slow. It's a slow.
And that's where I learned to drive.
It's basically a low way.
It's just a normal street, basically.
It's a normal street. It's just as big.
Yeah. And if you mess up, everyone's like, no worries. Like, you can hear everyone being like, it's okay.
It's all good.
Here, no, too scary.
No, people are crazy, and I think that's an admirable trait, actually.
Thank you.
Well, Raina, we have to get to the phone lines.
Oh, please. I'm so excited.
People are calling in and they need our help.
I'm ready. I'm ready to help them.
Before we do, though, we have to remind people that if they like the show, they should rate and subscribe it on every single platform so they don't miss a goddamn episode.
Yes.
And if you love the show and you can't even get enough, well, guess what? Now you can get enough. By joining the Patreon and getting the ad-free extended version of every single episode, including this one, where we basically waxed about being Quaker and growing up Quaker, etc.
Yeah, you killed that.
So I almost said wasked.
We basically whacked.
We basically whacked. But we got into it in a cool way that was fun. And also you can get bonus episodes every single Friday where I call back people from the show and I get their updates as well as do wild, wacky, weird stuff. The 420 Bong cast is live on the Patreon. If you want to go check it out, I think that'd be great.
I'm going to be checking that out.
Yeah. Well, let's get to these phone lines. Shout out to Claritin for supporting this episode and providing me with samples. When your nose is feeling stuffy, it feels like the world is crashing down upon you. I feel tired, I feel distracted, and I can't breathe as good as I would like to. But luckily for those of us who live with the symptoms of allergies, we can live Claritin Clear with Claritin D. Designed for serious allergy sufferers, Claritin D has 2 powerful ingredients in just one pill that relieve your allergy symptoms and decongest your nose so you can breathe better. This double-action combination of prescription-strength allergy medicine and the best decongestant available relieves sneezing, a runny nose, itchy and watery eyes, an itchy nose and throat, and sinus congestion and pressure with ease. Several weeks during the year, my allergies get so bad that it's hard to really focus on anything else. And I gotta be a sneezy, snotty mess. But now, I've got the power of Claritin D on my side. And it's been a complete game changer. I don't have to worry about all my allergy symptoms because Claritin D is gonna set me straight. Ready to live life as if you don't have allergies? It's time to live Claritin Clear. Fast and powerful relief is just a quick trip away. Find Claritin D at the pharmacy counter. Ask for Claritin D at your local pharmacy counter. You don't even need a prescription. Go to ClaritinD.com right now for a discount so you can live Claritin Clear. Use as directed. Music is the most powerful tool that we have as a society. And if you've got a loved one that needs a little gifty, then I'm gonna go ahead and encourage you to give them the gift of song. Songfinch, that is. What? Yeah. Songfinch lets you create an original studio quality song inspired by your own life and the people you love. It's completely unique, personal, and lasts forever. Songfinch walks you through a simple 4-step process to create your original song. Just tell them the song is for, provide some personal details, and let them know the type of song you want. Then you pick your artist or get matched with them, and they're gonna write, record, and produce your original song in just 4 to 7 days. I did this for my lovely wife, Sarah, and I played the song, and honestly, as I was playing it, I expected it to be funny. I was like, isn't it funny? I got this special song for you. It's gonna be like a funny gift in a fun way. And she was so moved by the song that tears came to her eyes. I'm gonna play a little piece of it right here.
Even with no clothes without staying, you're the prettiest girl in this place.
I wrote a song for my beau, my lover, and she absolutely adored it. I highly recommend checking out Songfinch to get a song made for your lover and or beau. For a limited time, Songfinch is letting our listeners upload their song on Spotify for free, so you can listen to your new favorite song anywhere you go. Go to songfinch.com/perfectperson and start your song. After you purchase, you'll be prompted to add Spotify streaming for your original song for free. That's a $50 value, baby. This offer is only available for my listeners at my special URL, songfinch.com/perfectperson. That's songfinch.com/perfectperson. Don't wait. Get started now.
Hi, Miles. So I was sort of guilted to join like a healthy contest at my job, and I sort of lied, and I sort of wound up winning the, big prize money at the end. And now I just would love your advice. I'm filled with a bit of guilt, and I'm not sure what to do. All right. Thank you. Bye.
By the way, healthy contest feels toxic as fuck.
Okay. I really wanted to know what what a healthy contest is.
I also want to know that. Are you not aware that we can talk to these people live? Because get ready. Oh my God. Did you see my face? I know. I was like, you're going to love this.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. You called Perfect Person. I'm here to call you back. I'm with Raina Morris.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Hello. I just hung up on my mother. Okay.
Get your mother out of here because we have to solve your conundrum. I'm going to need to give you a fake name. Raina, what's the fake name for this person?
Mommy.
Mommy, thank you so much for calling.
No, I'm so sorry.
Mommy, why don't you tell me?
No problem.
Why don't you tell me what's going on, Mommy?
Oh my gosh. Well, I probably just sent my mother into a panic because I was like, oh, I gotta go. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, stop talking. I gotta go. But okay. So, all right, here's what's going on. So I was kind of forced, guilted into like a healthy contest at my job, which like I am not anything healthy. So I don't partake in those things. I don't do it. You know, they have like, I'm a teacher. So they have like, you know, stations around the school where on your break you can walk around. Like, no, on my break, no, I'm not doing that. But,
okay.
Yeah, big time.
So they have those things going on, but they always do like a healthy food contest where you can like bake something and then they have it all in the room and everybody, you know, samples it and then the best one wins. And again, I don't participate in these, but my best friend at work was like, you know, you're not involved. You should really, you know, do something. And I'm like, no.
Get involved.
Yeah. She's like, you like peel out of the parking lot the minute it ends. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm here for. But
that's work.
So exactly. So she was like, you really should do it. I've been trying to win every year. So I was like, okay, I didn't realize this was serious. Sure, I'll do it. So fast forward, so you have to create like, it can be very simple dishes. I forgot. And then the night before I was like, oh crap, I'm supposed to bring in something tomorrow for this competition. So, and I had to put money in because there's like a money prize. So I put money in. So I had to do this.
Well, how much money did you have to put in?
Everybody had to put for the whole contest, not just for the baking area, but it's like the whole monthly thing. It's like $20 a person. Okay. So not crazy, but
you know, you gave him $20. You were like, I got to see it through.
I got to fucking Annie up. And so basically,
exactly
to understand it, it's basically a cooking contest.
It really is. And like, I don't even cook for my family. Like, let's not put this effort in at work where I'm making the bare minimum.
And also, what is the criteria for how healthy it is? That's the goal, or is it how good it tastes?
Exactly. So the whole health, like they even have a contest where like you can like, you know, have like you can go to the nurse's office and weigh yourself and lose weight. And like,
oh my God, wait, this literally sounds illegal.
Yeah, that's so fucking insane.
I don't know if you can answer this. Is this a private school or a public school?
No, it's not. It's public. Yeah. So I don't support the whole weight loss.
Yeah, that's crazy. Really that's so toxic.
It's like famously not something.
Yeah, you remember the weight loss episode of The Office? That was bad exactly to do. Yeah, that was the point. 100%.
That's actually what I compared it to other teachers. But meanwhile, I didn't know the people I was venting to were like part of that competition. So like, no joke. If while the kids are at recess, you walk in the hallway, you're going to get like trucked over by other teachers, like speed walking through and collecting their tickets as they hit the checkpoints. And like my break, I am turning off that light, putting a sign on the door saying I'm in a meeting. No. So that's my vibe.
That's an app for you.
Yeah, exactly. So fast forward, it's the night before and I'm like, oh crap, I need to now whip something up. So finally I find something where it's like no bake, super easy. But it calls for like, you know, low fat peanut butter and low fat chocolate. It's like this healthy like bar thing. I don't got the low fat stuff.
Of course,
but I have all the ingredients.
Wait, what is low fat peanut butter? Isn't it just
like less peanut butter?
Like less peanut butter and water? The fuck is that?
Honestly, I don't know. It even, I think it actually like recommended using like peanut butter powder and like that's sociopathic. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sure.
Wartime
so it's
rations.
calling for like, exactly. So it's calling for all of these like reduced fat, really just unhappy ingredients, which I don't have in my household. But I was like, all right, well, it's like the middle of the night. I'm not going out. I got to do it. So I made this very healthy, quote, quote, recipe with all unhealthy ingredients.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
And it looked beautiful and it tasted fantastic. So I was like, okay.
Was it a cake?
No, they were basically like bars. Like it was like a layer of peanut butter and like a layer of chocolate kind of just like, you like kept it cold, cut it up, that kind of thing. But it was like also like a Weight Watcher thing. So I think it's supposed to be like half a point or 1 point. This thing had to have been like 10 points, like with what I used.
Points? What are we doing?
We are not okay.
No, we cannot be doing this.
The contest was not Weight Watchers, but just like the easy,
recipe.
low maintenance recipe I found.
Got it.
So yeah, it wasn't intentional that it was Weight Watchers. I was like, oh, this requires no oven. It's done quickly.
Sure.
And look, it's Weight Watchers. Every, freaking Karen will freak out because it's healthy. So, so this is great. So, but mind you, I made it with all unhealthy ingredients. So it's definitely not half a point or 1 point. So I brought it to school, and you have to bring your recipe, and if they take this really seriously. So I put it
It's a nightmare.
Yes, and everyone's so excited to taste us. I'm like, I don't eat food cooked at other people's homes. So I'm already out. I'm not doing this.
Real.
So
Sure.
Exactly. So I dropped my bars off with my little recipe card, not thinking anything of it. My friend is so excited about this. She bless her heart, but so I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. Thanks for including me. This is great. I wasn't in a panic last night. And I didn't tell a soul because I would have just sent everyone into a spiral. Well, then as the day went on, I'm in the middle of teaching math, and the judging committee and the principal and the superintendent all walk in.
I have such a visual, I have a visceral
They're all
image of these
tuxedos.
people. Yeah, exactly. Very fancy, highfalutin people.
It was way too intense. And so everybody walks in and they're like, Mommy, guess what?
My bad. Y'all.
I was like, they call you Mommy?
It's okay. I'm actually pregnant too, so we could just stick with
congratulations.
Mommy.
I could tell.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can tell. That's a good 6
Your
cents.
boundaries are really good right now, and I could tell that you are protecting something really special.
Protecting the child and my prize-winning money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they all walked in, interrupted my math class. Let's not do that. But they walk in and they're like, Mommy, guess what? You had the best dish at the contest. You win the prize money. And I was like, oh, crap. Okay. So I won close to $300.
That's kind of a lot of money. That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
And my friend is devastated because she wins. And she's also because she takes it so seriously, she's not saying it, but you could tell she's very pissed at me because if she didn't invite me in this, she might have had a chance to win.
And she's also they tasted too good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So exactly. She's like, son of a bitch. But she's like, I'm so happy for you. And I was like, do you want some money? I don't know what to.
Oh my god.
She's like, no. But then, so nobody knows, but I won the healthy contest with literally the most fat loaded ingredient. And everyone continues to come up to me and they're like, these were incredible.
You're
and
of
one
course.
These people were so hungry.
I know they were so hungry. They were like, this was so good for me.
They needed saturated fats so bad. It tasted euphoric.
The people on the scale are probably like, why aren't her Weight Watchers things helping me?
Yeah, it's like in Mean Girls when they give her the bars.
Literally, that's how I felt. I felt like I was switching Regina George's, bars, and everyone and my students are so proud of me. And my friend is massively pissed, but she's so excited for me. Maybe next year I'll get it. And I was like, don't worry, I won't join next year. It's okay.
Yeah.
But then the sweet old women who I know are all on Weight Watchers, they're like, this is so good. And I'm like, oh my God, I screwed up their points for the day and they don't even know.
Oh no.
I think, I got to say, I think you're a hero.
I literally I think that you actually did something radical.
I do. I think you're a radical, it's radical change, radical positivity.
Thank you. It's not like I put poison or didn't tell them there were nuts in it. It's just I brought happiness into it. I've never seen such joy from the people in that room. Everyone's eating all of this sad gray food and they're like, wow, this is so good.
Honestly, the one place I feel bad is just your friend who wanted to win.
Yeah.
And I think what you do there is you bring her a coffee a couple times over the next couple of weeks, say, hey, this one's on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put some
From
of the
my prize money.
Yeah, exactly. Use the prize money to sort of funnel a couple little gifties over to your friend.
Love that.
But just for the goodwill of she wanted to win and this meant a lot to her, even though it's a totally toxic competition.
Totally.
Totally toxic.
But I think you just want to sort of lend some of that goodwill back into your friendship. What do you think, Raina?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking similarly, but my mom is also a public school teacher, so I know how
So is my mom.
you are all. Are you really?
Yeah.
She's retiring this year.
Oh, congratulations.
So I know how hard that
That's
job
my dream.
is, and I know also how badly I'm sure you or your friends' classrooms need something. And so maybe you could use some of your prize money to get your friend something in her classroom that she desperately needed.
Really like that.
Some new supplies or something that
I
both of
do
your
like
classrooms could use.
Like picture books. We're
yeah.
elementary, so like picture
Yeah.
books or
Oh,
something. I like
that's-
that idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
That's
even
really
if they're
good.
health themed or like farming themed or like something that reduces your guilt about the health element,
right.
totally. I don't think that's necessary, but like something about playing or like
Yeah.
sports or get her some picture books and yourself some picture books with your prize money, and then also use some of it for yourself because you brought
I
joy.
earned that damn money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you earned that fucking money. Is there a children's book that is about food positivity that we can maybe
That's a
give
really
to
body positivity.
body positivity, food positivity, like pro.
Honestly,
Just
and it doesn't make sense because the whole pitch of the wellness month is like being positive, but like these teachers who come to school, they're like, I'm like, hey, do you want to go eat lunch? They're like, no, can't talk. I got to go walk and jog and pick up my checkpoint.
No,
yeah.
wellness is about balance,
Yeah.
and you brought balance to their lives that day by bringing them
Thank
something that actually
you.
tasted good and made them feel happy for a moment.
Absolutely. Which
I
it sounds like
I
also
appreciate it.
your biggest crime was giving them like regular peanut butter and like whole milk or something.
Right?
Like what? That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not
no.
exactly. It's not like I like said there were no nuts in it and it was loaded with peanut butter and who's like, in the hospital. It was just
Exactly.
bringing some joy. And I'm not going to lie. When I left my voicemail, I said riddled with guilt, but like, let's be real. I won. I'm so happy. So
No, you did the right thing. You absolutely did the right thing. I think you got, use, by the way, you don't have to use all the prize money for the books and,
No.
and the treats, just a little bit.
Couple
Just
books, couple treats.
Couple books, couple
little
treats.
treats.
And
Everyone
then,
loves a little treat.
Exactly.
Or like, I don't know, take her to a yoga class if she wants to. If you're like, I gotta burn off that one bar she ate, I feel so bad. Chase
that
her
bar was
around, chase her up and down the
Yeah,
hallway.
Exactly. By the way, I would not tell her about this
Oh, no,
because
never.
she seems
Never.
like she'll snitch,
Yeah.
to be totally honest. And you do not want
We
that.
are
We don't want that.
best friends through it, but like this was,
Tell her in a couple years when she's listened to maintenance phase a little bit and she's feeling safer in her self-love journey.
Yeah. I actually, I think you're a hero. You're the hero that your school deserves.
Thank you. I think, I feel really validated. I knew you would be the person to make me feel validated.
I knew
so.
you guys.
Yeah. We're going to make me feel good about my lie.
So I feel so much better, and there was no guilt, but no more guilt, and I'm a damn hero.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you for being our hero, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Bye.
Mommy.
Mommy. Thanks, Mommy.
Imagine she's like, that's really insensitive. I hate moms.
You can't call me Mommy. That's actually really offensive to me. That's so funny. I love that. I can't believe, by the way, that we both grew up Quaker and both of our moms are teachers. That's
I know.
really
and
crazy.
we look exactly
We look
alike.
identical. Are we related?
You've been thinking it?
Have you been thinking for siblings? Yeah, my dad's also a teacher. He's the one who, my dad taught 3rd and 4th grade at the Quaker school. And then my mom taught public school, same years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My mom is currently a public school art teacher in 4 schools because it's outside of the Portland public school system.
Whoa.
And they only have the budget for 1 art teacher for all 4 schools.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That's so insane. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. But yeah, I definitely, my mom was art teacher as well, which is just so
Crazy.
That's so fucking weird. That also reminds me, I have a friend who he was working at this, like, I won't say what it is, but it's a big company. But they did like a trivia thing for the staff. And it was like, if you score perfect score on like all these trivia things, then you can win. It was like $1,000 and all this and other stuff. I guess I'll give it away the company if I say what the other stuff was, but it was like a bunch of their merchandise and $1,000. And so they were like, okay, we got all the results back. Like we took this big quiz, whatever, and someone scored a perfect score. And they were like, this is weird. Like, this is really weird. Like everyone else scored like at least like it was like in the 60s, 70s, whatever, perfect score. That's weird. And then they were like, they looked at the Google Doc like, and it was, you could see who had access to different folders. And one of the answer docs was like, they couldn't tell that he had accessed the folder, but they could tell that he had access to a previous folder. And they accused him and he said, no, I didn't do anything wrong.
I believe him.
And they were, you're standing by this guy. But it was like, that's high stakes. $1,000
That is absolutely crazy.
It's like a ton of money.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Imagine that's like what the guy who wins the contest in Ex Machina, like he cheated.
Right. He was like, oh yeah, I just fucking some dumb guy at helping Oscar Isaac. Yeah. So what? This is a robot, or
he's like, I don't even know how to code, man. I use
ChatGPT.
I have access to Google Docs. I'm the guy who made the quiz.
Yeah, I made the quiz. It's kind of awesome, actually. Your house is really sick.
Funny.
I love that house.
Man, these poor teachers.
I know, damn. All right, let's take another call here.
Please.
Hi, Miles. My roommate hates me now because he thinks that me and my boyfriend ruined our quadruple. Call me back.
So many questions.
Okay, we will call you back.
Yeah, we're going to be going ahead and calling you back.
I actually feel like I fully already know the situation and I'm ready to.
I'm wondering if the roommate is in the quadruple. It must be.
Gotta be.
Yeah, gotta be.
Hello?
Hello, you called Perfect Person. I'm here to call you back. I'm with Raina Morris, and we need to know about your quadruple.
Please.
Shut up. Hold on.
Run, you have to get out of your apartment.
Get out of your apartment. Your roommate's going to hear.
No, I'm at her ex's apartment.
Excuse yourself. Excuse yourself. Or go on speakerphone.
Yeah. Say, I have to go. I cut my finger. Yeah, or include him in the call. Either one's a great option.
My God. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is
Favorite
crazy.
podcast. Call me. Okay, hi.
That was a Foley screen door closing sound effect.
That was amazing.
Okay, so I think we have a little bit of insight on what's going on. You're at your roommate's ex-boyfriend's apartment, but why don't you give us the full scoop?
So, my roommate and I dated roommates.
Your roommate and... Wait, hang on.
So, two sets of roommates were dating each other.
Oh, got
Yes.
it. Your roommate were dating, and there was another apartment, and you're each dating one of those people.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And were you and your roommate also dating each other?
No. We called ourselves a quadruple because everyone thought we were a quadruple.
Totally.
Not even once?
Not even door open, two different rooms, but the door's open?
No. Well, the walls are thin.
Come on. Hey, it's 2024. Hey. So got it. So you and your roommate were dating your boyfriend and his roommate.
Right.
Okay, and why did they think you ruined it?
She always thought it was me and my boyfriend, like, telling her ex things to get them to break up.
And were you?
When it was really, like, her keeping secrets and us just thinking she had communicated.
Oh. And so your roommate thought, we got to give these people names.
Yeah.
Raina, what's the name for our caller and her roommate?
Okay, that's going to be caller, what are your pronouns and what are your roommate's pronouns?
I use she, they. My roommate uses she, her.
Cool.
Okay. We're going to go with caller is Pony and roommate is Llama.
Pony and Llama. Okay. And Pony's boyfriend is
Cowboy.
Cowboy. Pony and Cowboy.
And Llama's.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
This is interesting.
Llama's
You're gonna love this.
boyfriend is weirdly Shepherd.
Loving that.
Okay,
got it. So Pony is dating your Pony on the phone. You're dating Cowboy, and your roommate Llama was dating Shepherd. And so what was sort of tell me about the good times before we get to the downfall.
Please.
Well, I mean, we threw a Super Bowl party together. The good times were a year ago. So it's been a minute.
Okay. And what is going on today? Why are you with Shepherd right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hanging out with my boyfriend and our kittens, and they're both at the house. But so Shepherd and Llama just broke up.
like a month ago.
Okay.
Oh.
And they're still like texting and seeing each other. So that's why I had to leave.
Right. Because
Right.
there's like a lot of like secrets afoot.
Yeah. Well, and Llama doesn't like Cowboy.
Your boyfriend? Llama doesn't like your boyfriend?
No. Not at all.
Oh, weird.
And is it because of when he talks to Shepherd about things that we know that Llama is saying and doing?
Kind of, but also before any of us started dating, Llama and Cowboy like kissed at a bar.
Oh, okay.
Now we're getting to it.
Now we're talking about the foundations of the quadruple.
Yes, yes.
So Llama and Cowboy kissed, and there was sort of a connection there, but then that connection only went as far as that one kiss that one night, and then you and Cowboy started dating?
Llama and Shepherd started dating first, but she never told him that happened.
Oh, he didn't know about the dance floor makeout.
Oh.
And so did she just like show up at his house one day and was like, oh, that's your roommate? Or she knew?
Well, we all knew each other because we all go to college together.
Oh.
And we're working on group projects together.
Oh, no.
What kind of group project has you and your boyfriend's roommate and your what group project?
A children's book and a museum exhibit.
Okay,
What?
You guys are taking too many classes together.
Yeah, whoa.
I see how this all happened. Do you and Shepherd ever have a little bit of chem? Wait, no, you're still with Pony. You're Pony.
No.
You're Pony. We have too many characters. I gotta do a floor one rewrite. Page one rewrite.
The theme didn't help.
Yeah, the theme. By the way, the theme of Pony.
I thought it would help, but it didn't.
No, I also thought it would help. So your boyfriend and all of you together, what do you need advice on?
Yeah, how can we help?
How can we help?
Well, I'm moving out of my apartment and moving into like a completely separate arrangement.
Yeah.
And I've tried to keep her under the impression that it's not personal, but it is personal.
Would you like, when you move out, would you like to still be friends with her? Or are you feeling like this is kind of your opportunity to distance yourself?
Right.
She's one of those people that like I've been prepared for the friendship to fizzle many a time.
Mm-hmm. And how will that affect the children's book?
Well, she's getting published. It's fine.
I mean, congratulations.
Congratulations. My goodness. A children's book. Is it about a quadruple and two roommates? Because not a bad children's book.
I mean, is it about a pony and a cowboy?
No, by the way, the theme, a pony, a cowboy, a llama, and a shepherd.
Yeah. And everyone's like, where's the sheep? But don't worry about
There's
it.
no sheep.
Okay, so here's what I think. Ultimately, the only thing that will keep you beholden to the friendship, if you feel that way, will be if Llama and Shepherd get back together.
That's anyone's guess.
That's anyone's guess.
Yeah, anyone can.
They've done that before, so.
It sort of kind of sounds like you just need to nose to the ground, keep on fucking crushing it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't need to, like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Because you're moving out.
Yeah.
Your friendship with her, you've already been like, hey, by the way, it's not personal. I'm just like moving into another situation, whatever. And honestly, you moving out may make your friendship stronger.
Yeah, it may fix a couple things.
Yeah, roommate relationships and friendship relationships are very different. And some people, like I've been best friends with people that I don't know that I would live with well. And similarly, I've lived with people well that I don't know that like if we just met organically, we would be great friends. So I don't think you necessarily need to worry about catering to her. What are you worried is going to happen if you don't kind of make a change? Or what conversation are you anticipating that might be annoying?
Well, no, it's like there have been things happening in the past. Like she told people lies about my promise ring. Like launched my distrust.
What was the lie?
So my boyfriend, he's not from the States.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he went home and got me a ring, but she went around to people saying like, because he can't work legally.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So she went and told one of his friends that he used money that Shepherd's mom had loaned him to pay for my ring.
Why?
Okay, yeah. That's none of her business.
None of her business.
When Shepherd went and confronted Llama about it, she was like, no, I never said any of that. And it was like, what?
This sounds like she is possibly jealous of you guys being sort of the ones that have not, I'm hearing, broken up and gotten back together a few times in the way that Llama and Shepherd have. And it sounds like it might be good to sort of demote your relationship to
What is that?
Sorry, there's a sound.
Sorry, hang on 1 second.
Vacuum.
Oh, it's a vacuum. Here, hang on. You keep talking.
It sounds like you guys need to be demoted to just the girlfriends of two friends for now. Because she seems a little too involved.
Yeah.
Or you can just be like, in order to remain the quadruple, we all have to kiss. All good? All good out there?
Our school is only like 200 people.
Oh,
so,
okay. Heard.
It's kind of
That's
hard
tough. That's tough.
So you're like, you don't want to abandon the community that you have. You kind of want to like be able to have it all. Like you don't want to burn a bridge unless you have to.
It would be nice to not burn it just because I don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Totally.
Well, I think you moving out is going to be a huge improvement in that regard.
Big time.
And you can just like sort of, maybe this is someone that you don't really tell things that you feel like are secrets to this person.
Yeah, I think so. I think we just like, we have the level of trust. Also, if she's like talking shit and doing that weird stuff, it sounds like, there's a jealousy thing going on. Or maybe she's in love with you.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I was saying, like, if you guys want to stay a quadruple, maybe you all sit down and you say, let's figure this out. Let's kiss around.
Let's kiss around and find it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Just make it worse.
Just make it way worse. Make the whole situation way messier. And let's make this go nuclear. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes if you're in a bad situation, it's good to make it worse before it gets better.
Yeah. So if we don't want a big confrontation, then I think that basically I would just start stepping back your closeness until you're at a level where it feels like she doesn't have the power to blow up all of your friendships and relationships.
Yeah, big time. How's that sitting with you, Pony?
Sitting great.
It sits good, just in the saddle.
Sits good.
Have you ever been in a situation like this where you're sort of like, you're at odds with someone? You're not like, to me, I feel like I always go to, you don't need to have it out with every person you have a disagreement if you want to maintain the friendship. Like sometimes it's like, okay, we had and hey, using our conflict resolution skills from Quakerism. Sometimes I'm like, oh, if I try to like push this one further and be like, hey, you said this, and then like I know it's going to kind of blow up. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm just going to reduce the trust I have, the level of friendship that I'm at with this person, and then kind of let it simmer, and then maybe we'll come back around and end up being closer.
Totally. I don't think it'd be super productive to like bring up things that have already happened that have upset you if you feel like that's kind of going to like cause conflict, but maybe like chill out, wait, see if there's like a new thing that comes up that bothers you in the same way. And then like right when that happens, be like, hey, I want to talk about this. This is something that's upset me, or this is something that I feel like you've done to me a couple times and I want to talk about it if we're going to keep being friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her like go-to is to ignore me for a couple days if something happens. So
yeah, she doesn't sound like a great friend, to be honest. Yeah,
it might not be worth a lot more of your energy. I would just like stay peaceful about it and move out, and then focus on making your relationship stronger with some of your other friends that you trust a bit more.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 1 more year left of this degree, so.
Exactly. Then you're moving to the big city. No, I don't know what you're doing, but
and ultimately don't know where you are.
Ultimately, I have no idea where you are. But yeah, it sounds like your quadruple is going to be just fine. Someone not paying attention. It sounds like you have a good boyfriend in Cowboy, and it also sounds like Shepherd is not so bad either. Thank you so much for calling in, and you have a fantastic evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Bye.
Bye.
I think the mislead of using the word quadruple and then us ultimately dealing with 2 monogamous couples
That was an ick
who
for me.
live near each other
Yeah, no, by the way.
was, to me, and I'm saying this with all love, deeply disappointing.
I was catfished.
I did want some more commingling going on.
No, you know what I'll say is I really wanted the reveal of actually we all banged together. That would have been nice.
I wanted that really bad. When you walked away to deal with the sound problem,
Sorry, yeah, somebody was leaf blowing outside.
Totally fine. I did suggest that they all kiss, and I was met with complete silence until you sat down again. And I was just pretending that like no one had heard me. I was like, and then I did go ahead and sort of suggest it again once you
said, and what about the kiss?
I said you should all kiss. Like I don't.
That's so funny.
Just like suggesting that to someone who's like wearing a promise ring is so funny.
I know you have a
I'm like
ring.
Mess around with each other.
Get to know
I'm
your
like take shots and go on a trip.
Do
like
body shots together. Oh my God, that reminds me of this is such a fucking random story. I was in Rome.
Let's hear it.
I was in Rome right after college. I went to on a trip with a couple of my friends to a couple of different European cities. You know, the classic thing that people do.
Absolutely.
And we did a bar tour in Rome with a bunch of foreign students from like all over the place. And there was the people who were running the bar crawl were like, all right, guys, we are going to have so much fun tonight. Like, you know, they were like, it's going to be so awesome. Whatever.
Dream job.
Yeah, dream job, right? And so, and everyone's kind of like, yeah, for sure. Like everyone's like shy, like doesn't know each other, whatever. And they go, we are going to do body shots off of each other. And they like, who's going to volunteer? Which one of you fine ladies is going to volunteer for to somebody do a body shot off of you? Obviously, all the women in the room are like, absolutely not. No one's doing this. So then one of these like British kind of like fratty meathead guys is like, hell yeah, like I'll do it. Like someone can take a body shot out for me.
King.
He takes his shirt off. We're inside. It's 3 p.m. He takes his shirt off, lays down, and they put a shot on his belly button in the glass. And no one moves. And it's so fucking uncomfortable. And everyone's he's like, all right. And he's like just laying there, and he can't move because he's got a shot glass on him.
Yeah.
And then one of the students from somewhere like did not speak English very well. Mm-hmm. She just walks up, picks up the shot, takes it, and then puts the glass back on his belly button.
Thank you so much for
thank you so much for the drink.
That.
Thank you so much for the drink. It was
that is amazing.
It was glorious.
They should go abroad.
They should do that.
Those 4 people should go abroad together. No phones.
I do want to do a bad advice only episode of the show.
Bring me back. I have way more of that.
Exclusively terrible advice. Okay, we got to take one more call here.
Hi, Miles. My roommate wants me to pay her $60 urgent care bill because my cat bit her. And I don't know how to handle the situation.
Interesting.
Pay her $60.
Do you think Faye?
I think pay her.
I'm sort of like, maybe she was taunting the cat.
Victim blaming.
Okay, maybe she was asking for it.
Okay,
The cat's,
let's chat it up.
Maybe she was like, "Come on," she's kind of wrestling.
Yeah, she was like, "I bet you won't fucking bite me."
You won't fucking bite me. She's a crazy person.
Hello.
You called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm with.
Oh my God.
I'm with Raina Morris.
Hi.
And we need to know all about your cat.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Hey guys.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Yeah. How's it going?
Going very well. We're sort of ready to help you with any and all of your needs.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm like so nervous right now. I listen to y'all all the time.
No need at all.
Don't be nervous whatsoever.
It's literally just us two.
It's literally just us. We're just like you. We're just like you. And we're going to need to give you a fake name. Maybe that'll make you more comfy. What's your fake name, Raina?
Yes.
Suki.
Suki?
Suki.
From The Last Airbender?
Just like
yes,
that. Yes.
Just like that.
Great show.
Oh, beautiful.
Suki,
oh my God, I love it.
It's so good to have you on the phone. Why don't you tell me about your roommate and your cat?
So, okay. Oh, God, it's such a long story. Not really, but kind of.
Tell us about the altercation.
Yeah.
Altercation. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, my cat bit my roommate on the leg. I was in the apartment, but I wasn't there where it happened. I just heard a shout from the other room.
You just heard sort of an exclamation from the other room. Yeah.
Is this the first time your cat has done this?
He can be kind of aggressive sometimes. I don't know.
Has your cat ever bit you?
Yeah, I mean, every now and then.
Yeah.
He's a cat. But this was, I don't know. She yelped. I could hear it from the other room. It was loud.
Yeah.
So I rushed out to see what was going on, but I didn't see anything. He was just kind of like a foot away from her. She was down on the ground, like feeding him cheese.
Okay.
And,
yeah,
right. And so I asked, oh my God, are you okay? I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, can I get you a Band-Aid or anything? And she was kind of unresponsive to me and then like hobbled away to her room. And she said something like, I'm so glad, like, I'm glad you're here. You wouldn't have believed me if you weren't here. Or something weird like that. It was a very weird situation.
Weird.
Has she like reported a bite to you before and you didn't believe her?
He had bit her once before, like a couple months ago. And I fully believed her then because I know, like, I get it. He's a cat.
Yeah.
He like does that. I know that he can be aggressive.
Sure.
And I've been apologetic, like when he has bit her before.
Yeah.
But this seems like a whole different level. Like I've never seen him attack anyone to the point of like this reaction before.
Did he break the skin? Like, was there blood or something? Like what?
I don't know. I didn't see any blood. After the fact, she did say that yes, he broke the skin apparently, but I didn't see any blood.
And so she decided to go to urgent care because she felt like worried about the bite.
Yeah, well, so flash forward, I didn't see her for a bit. And like later that day, I think she called and she was like, is he up to date? Like, does he have his vaccines and shots and everything? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then I didn't see her for like a week.
Where was she? Yeah. What did she do?
She was just kind of avoiding you in a roommate way.
Well, so that's kind of what I was thinking, but this has happened before where she'll like just kind of disappear for a little while. And so I texted her and I was like, hey, I haven't seen or heard from you in a while. Are you okay? And she said that day she had to go to urgent care and that she was like limping and that there was extreme pain and that she'd like got a fever or something. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had no clue that you're going through all that. That whole week she was staying with her parents and they were like looking after her or something like that.
Is the feet, I hate to, I don't want to accuse her of lying, but I also am like, did she have an infected cat wound?
I don't know. That's the thing is I texted her too. I was like, what did the doctor say? Like, what did you hear? Because, okay. And here's another layer to the story is that she is allergic to cats, which I did not know when we were becoming roommates. I made it very clear because we used to work together. And that's how we knew each other before we lived together.
What kind of job?
I was a barista. She worked in the bakery department. We were in like a grocery store.
Got it. Cool.
And so I made it very clear before we moved in together that, I have a cat. I also made it clear that he like can be kind of aggressive sometimes. And both of those things, she was like, yeah, okay, that's totally fine. That's cool. That's totally fine. She told me she'd never lived with a cat. She was excited to. And then she moved in with me. And like a week later, I found out she's allergic to cats.
Yeah, so it sounds like she needed a place to live because I would have done that too. I would have just been like,
and it sounds like she sort of had like come to terms with the fact that she was maybe going to have to like take allergy medicine, but maybe she wasn't prepared for sort of the madness that would happen if she was fully bitten by one.
Is that
which I don't think is like particularly related to a cat allergy, but maybe it is. I'm not going to make that. I don't know.
Dietitian.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm really needing to hold myself accountable right now because I think if she had called in and been like, my roommate's cat keeps like almost biting me. And then it finally did bite me. And then I was sick for a full week. I would probably be on her side.
Yeah.
But what you guys are dealing with right now is it just that she wants you to pay for her urgent care bill? Or are you also dealing with sort of like residual awkwardness about it?
It's a bit of both, primarily the first one. And like, I want to make it clear, I am more than happy to pay for the urgent care bill. And I've told her that too. Right now, I told her that like, yeah, I'd be happy to pay, but if you wouldn't mind just like showing me the bill for the urgent care, so I know like, that's what this is for.
It's so yeah, because it's 60. You know what I'll say? I don't think you should ask for the bill. To me,
it might be worse.
Yeah, like it might be more than $60. If she's asking for $60 from you, urgent care costs like it's expensive, right? So if they're just looking at a wound, it probably is about $60.
Yeah.
Like she's not trying to gouge you. I also will say, again, not a doctor, I don't think that having a cat allergy, if they bite you, I don't think it's that
like
type
worse.
of allergy.
Yeah, it's not like a venomous.
No, it's not venom. That's not a venom. It's like animal. Maybe saliva would make it worse. I don't know. There's some fishy stuff in there, but I kind of think that you should pay $60 to just kind of have it be washed away.
Yeah, I would pay the $60. I would also be like, did the doctor say that the cat got you sick?
Yes.
Because first of all, like I'm curious and like you kind of want to know that before whatever, but also like possibly next time you're at the vet with your cat, like you might want to mention it because like maybe your cat is sick.
Oh, sure. If your cat has
like if your cat is sick in some way and then got someone else sick, like maybe something you'd want to know.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't think it's the cat's fault is what I want to say. Because if she was, everyone's like, is the cat going to pay? No. I think if she was on the floor feeding the cat cheese, cats get super crazy when there's like something going on. Could have gotten excited or overwhelmed and just gave her a chomp. Yeah. No problem. Especially if she's aware that this cat sometimes can get aggressive.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally. I don't think the cat is at fault.
No. I used to live with a cat that was wild. And it was just like, that's what the cat was wild.
It is literally a wild animal.
It's a wild animal.
But yeah, my main thing is like, if she did fully get a fever from your cat biting her, I would take the cat to the vet.
I also would say, like a fever from a bite feels really bad.
Yeah, that feels intense.
Yeah, that's really intense. But I would say you should pay the $60 so that it'll give you access to the questions you need to ask.
Yeah.
Which are, did you really have a fever because of the cat?
Yeah.
Are you mad at me? Like maybe we don't feed the cat cheese on the floor if you don't want to get bit.
Yeah.
Because to me, I was always assuming like I got bit by the cat that I lived with, and it was just like, yeah, the cat, like if I want to pet the cat and then they want to,
You're kind of agreeing to sort of a risk.
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, I think that like the $60 is a good faith.
Yes.
$60 of like, yes, this is my cat and he bit you and I'm sorry you got sick. And then also sort of like a, opening up to also like, hey, do you want to talk about like, do you have feelings towards living with this cat? Like, do we need to change some things about that living situation? Yeah. Open up the dialogue with a good faith Venmo.
Good faith Venmo is really nice. How does that feel for you? What do we name you?
Suki.
Suki. How do we feel, Suki?
That feels great. That's wonderful advice. Y'all really are perfect people.
We love that.
We love to hear
that. We love to hear that, Suki. Well, best of luck to you and your roommate. I think it's interesting that she sort of hobbled away wordlessly about like, you wouldn't have believed me. Like that feels like you maybe need to do some relationship repair.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, we're not going to be living together super long anyway. I'm moving in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just so it's not awkward, I would say Venmo the 60 and call me in the morning. Thank you so much for calling in. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Oh my God, this was wonderful. Thank you. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your podcast.
Will do. Bye. Wow.
Cat's got something new. Something new starting. We should have asked what city they're in.
I know.
And called the CDC.
There's the cat virus. Chomping people and getting a fever. I mean, I hate to be this person, but that has to be fake, right?
Well, it's also like, is she turning into Catwoman?
She's turning into a cat. Maybe she also just had a fever.
I think she hates that fucking cat.
She does.
It bites her all the time.
I bet that, she has.
It finally bit her with a witness. It hurt. She hobbled away. She didn't want to scream at the cat. I relate to her. I think I would literally go into my room and close the door.
You're totally right, by the way, about like, if she called in, I'd be like, get that 60. Yeah. Like, it's like, of course.
I'd be like, get an itemized bill.
It was definitely, I'm like, it was more than $60. Like,
maybe that's her copay.
Yeah, maybe that was her copay. That's a good point. Yeah, that's insane. I loved living with a cat that was crazy. It was like fun.
Cats are like, sometimes if you just pet them so long and they're feeling so euphoric about being pet, they turn around and bite you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it happens, but it's like, that doesn't, like if a cat breaks skin, you have to go to the doctor, you get sick. Like, I would be pretty dramatic about it.
I would be dramatic. I'm also like, though, cats are just so hard to train. Like, it's not like a dog.
I don't think
like,
you can really
train a cat not to bite. It's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, dog, whole different conversation.
Yeah, dog is totally different. They can be trained a little bit. Well, Raina, we have one final segment, and it's a segment we like to call Get Real. This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves. And we use the power of song to I start singing.
I really thought you were about to sing.
That would be funny. But no. Raina, thank you so much for being on the show today. It's lovely that you grew up Quaker as well as me. That's so interesting. What are you going through currently in your mind? And it could be like a goal or aspiration for the next several years. You're a comedy writer. You're in Los Angeles. You've been here 3 years, yes? I find Los Angeles can be a hard place to like onboard to. But like, where are you at in your career excitement, what you're looking forward to doing? And like, where would you like to be in 10 years? And that can answer that however you would like.
I think where I'm at right now, the music's really helping me find my podcast voice. I think where I'm at right now is that I want to be doing more things like this, going out into the world of like people doing similar things as me and meeting them and like having fun and doing little like side quests like this. Because I think I'm very like, everything I do has to be like official and the right way to do it. And like, you know, someone is in charge of it. Because I don't like being in charge of like stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that is kind of hard for goal setting. Because a lot of people's goals are like my own production company. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds like a nightmare to me, actually. I don't want to do that. I love when other people are like, here's what you need to do. And then we'll sort of take care of the rest, finish it and put it out. And I'm like, great, thank you so much. So my current state is like more side quests, more getting to know people that I wouldn't have met, like in my own apartment already, which is where I usually am.
So sort of a bigger bubble than that. Yeah.
Yes. And in 10 years, I want to just have looked back at this period of time and been like, I'm really glad I did all that. And I'm really glad that I like did things that were surprising and sometimes not like career furthering, but just like life enrichment activities.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so funny you say that because I would say I come from the opposite mentality where I've done everything so scrappy that I'm now I have the opposite goal, which is like, I'm trying to offload some of my stuff. I like, like I built this studio, I edit my own show. I sort of like did all that kind of stuff and approached it from such a scrappy perspective of like, if I can just do it all myself, then I can like allow myself to do it or whatever. And now I'm only like, I've gotten successful enough to where I'm trying to be like, okay, like maybe I don't have to do all of it. Like and maybe it's not in my best interest to try to do all of it. So I'm trying to offload some of that stuff.
But I'm so inspired by that too, because I'm like, I have all these ideas and I keep like waiting for someone to appear in my life who's like, I know how to do them. Let's do them now. And I am kind of starting to be like, okay, like I do have to do some of it myself. I have to like learn how to do it.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's always been my mentality was like, oh, if I wanted to make a short, like I could just do that now with the equipment and, stuff that I've done. Like I wouldn't have to hire as many people. So like it allows me to keep my overhead low, but accomplish a lot of stuff. But again, that's all like in the same sort of scale. If I want to do something that like looks like this, then I got to bring in other people, but I sort of am able to live at this bar in a nice way. I also like what you said about side quests because I've said this a billion times on the show, but novelty is the number one way to extend the length of your life. And so I am always trying to do things that are novel to me, whether that's like roller skating or like going to a new forest and walking around or a new neighborhood and just trying to add lots of little things that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
I just want to feel excitement and new stuff every day.
Definitely. That's what I want the summer to look like.
Yeah.
I want to be like in new places all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Well, Raina, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. This was really fun.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I had a great time.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Where can people find you if they want more of you?
They can find me anywhere on social media, basically anywhere, I think, as Quaker Raina, except for possibly TikTok, which might be a different name. I can't remember.
Whoa.
And
you putting out banger TikToks?
No. I'm not funny on TikTok. Just spending my time.
It's serious.
It's serious there. Yeah. And then I also just wanted to express my solidarity with the protesters on campus in our city right now and also across the country. And just wanted to say free Palestine, and we're going to keep each other safe.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this episode should come out around this time, but June 7th, we're doing the 24-hour telethon where I'll be in this studio answering phones for 24 hours. I almost said 100 hours. That would be too many hours. But to celebrate 100 episodes of the show, and we're raising money to get medical support to children in Palestine and in Gaza. The specific charities we're working with are MAP, UNRWA, and Heal Palestine. So highly encourage you to watch the stream, check it out, and donate. So be on the lookout for stuff about that, and go check out Raina's stuff. Raina, do you know that if you have a problem and you're not quite sure how to solve it, then you can just remember that perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.